when someone picks your CV, he wants to know what can you do. I know what can you do practically, what can you do, which machines can you handle, what exactly can you do? Because if I'm offering you a PhD, I need to know what you can do in the lab. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to write a good academic CV with examples. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Teresa and it's nice having you here. Please like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like my hair, I've attached the link to the video, the DIY video I did for it. And you could just pop in there when you're less busy. So today we're going to be talking about academic CV, how to write good academic CV. Now, academic CV, like CV that you need for postgraduate, undergraduate study and internship, masters and all of that, are quite different from like a career job CV. It's different and based on the content and probably the format, and it is very important you know the difference. Just like when I was applying for master scholarship earlier, I was making the mistake of using a work CV for an academic position, and it just didn't go well. Basically, what you need for an academic CV is that the summary of your academic background, your experiences. Now, not just your experiences, your relevant experiences to that application or to the opening or the scholarship or whatever you're applying for. So I'm going to really press on relevant experiences, not just all of the experiences you've ever acquired in your life, relevant experiences to that application. It carries your award, it carries your references, it just carries everything. So we're going to dive into it now and just get the step-by-step content of your academic CV. Please stay with me. From the template that I've attached to this video, I want you to see the heading. The heading now appears your name, your full name, just like as it is written in your previous certificate or whatever certificate or award scholarship that you have. It also carries your location, maybe not your exact location, but it does carry your location. If you're in the United Kingdom, you could just pop in United Kingdom, England, or you could pop in Nigeria or Brazil, whatever country that you are in, not necessarily your first line of address. Then it should have your phone number just in case they need to contact you. It should also have your email address, and possibly it could have your LinkedIn link, just in case they want to pop in there and just find one or two things about you and the things that you do. The second part of your academic CV is your professional summary. Some is going to call it career objective, professional objective, whatever you call it, but it's just the summary of your research interest. What is it that you're interested in? As a microbiologist, I am a resourceful microbiology with interest in bacteriology, in public health, in environmental microbiology, and all of that. I just need to just pop in all of it on my CV. This is after my heading. So what comes next is your professional summary, your professional objective, your career goal, just whatever you want to put it as the heading. But the idea is that it bears your research interest, because in your field there are many other fields. You would agree with me. In your field there are many other fields. So basically it just carries a summary of what exactly you are interested in. Now, after you've put all of this, the next is your educational background, your educational summary, where you're going to tell them about your degrees. If you've gotten a BSc, if you've gotten a master's degree or a PhD degree, you could just put everything in there. And you must note it's going to be in reverse order from the most recent to the oldest. Like if you have your PhD, your master's and your undergraduate degree, you do not put your BSc first. The first that goes in is your PhD, then your master's, then your BSc. It is in this order because it is mostly because whoever is picking up your CV is more interested in your recent degree more than he's interested in your previous acquired degree. So it has to be in that order. if let's just imagine you've just had your BSc, like that is all you've had at the moment. So you could just put in your BSc, you're going to pop in your course of study, the school where you studied, and the year. It is very important that you add this. Now, most importantly, I will advise you for an academic CV, especially when it is that it is only BSc that you've gotten. It is important for you to add your modules. What are the courses that you did in school? The relevant courses that you did in the school. Maybe you're applying for a post of an environmental microbiologist. Okay, have you done environmental microbiology when you were in school? Have you done anything related to it? You could pop all of them if you want. If they are not so much and they're not going to eat up so much space, just put in your modules, because sometimes they look at these modules because they know that these modules are quite important. Maybe one thing you've learned from it or two things you've learned from it are going to be relevant for the position that you're applying for. So it is fine for you to put in your modules. It is so important, just like it is and the templates. So it is okay for you to pop in all of your modules. Just put it there. If you've not gotten any publication yet, I could advise you to pop in your thesis here, just like the thesis, like your final year project that was not published. That if it's not published, you could just pop it in here and just like let them know that this was your undergraduate project. Now, if you've gotten any publications, you could put them here with the DOI number and just like pop in all of your publications that you've, all the articles you published and all your perspective papers, just chapters in textbook, you could just pop in them because it is very important in an academic CV. But if you do not have, it is also fine. It is fine. Now, um, if you've been awarded any scholarship or any award that you've gotten over the years during your time in school, you could put them in here. Your scholarship, it is okay for you to add the date of the scholarship, the awarding body, and just any other. It's not necessary for you to put the amount that you were awarded though, but you could just put in the awarding body, the dates, and the scholarship, just any award you've gotten. So you could just put them after your educational background. Now, certifications and seminar attended, it is important that you add them to relevant ones, not just all of them, just put everything. No, that's not the idea. Relevant seminars you've attended, conferences that you've attended with the dates and the theme or the title of the conferences, the seminars, the invitations, you could just put all of them there and the dates that you got them. It is important for you to put the date and remember the most recent before the oldest. The most recent before the oldest. The most recent before the oldest. Now, the next thing you're going to add is your career summary. Permit me to add again relevant career summary from the most recent to the oldest. Now, all the jobs that you've done, including where you did your internship, where you did voluntary jobs, and they could give you references. You could just pop in all of those ones. Now, it is important for you to put a little bit of description, about 1 or 2 lines. Please do not put so many. Don't make it too worded. Just put the heading, put the dates, the dates that, like the dates where you did and the duration, like the date showing the duration, just like it is on this template. Then you can add like a description of what you did there. Then you can also add your key roles or your key achievements. What are the things that you did there that are so spectacular? What are the issues they were facing? And then when you came, you like help them solve it. You can also add it there. So just put it, make it really brief. Don't write too much. Make it brief. 1 or 2 lines is fine. Just give the person the idea of this is what this job is about and this is what I was able to do while I was working with them. You can target your key responsibilities, your key achievements, your key roles, whatever it is that you want to target as. It is fine. It is fine. It is fine. Just pop it in there. These are the basic things that are in a usual academic CV, but it is okay for you to add your personal skills and your core skills. Now, you can add these skills. For example, microbiologist, you could add waste management skills. You could add culturing skills. You could add the use of electron microscopy. You could add NGS, new generation sequencing. You could add polymerase chain reaction as your core skills, like the skills that you learned while you were attached maybe to any of this job or to you while you were doing your internship. It is important because when you when someone picks your CV, he wants to know what can you do. I know what can you do practically, what can you do, which machines can you handle, what exactly can you do? Because if I'm offering you a PhD, I need to know what you can do in the lab. Do you have idea about data analysis? Can you work with large data sets? It is okay for you to pop this as your core skills. Then your personal skills can be time management, can be all those things will pop in personal skills like your punctuality, time management skills, and I'm just gonna check creativity, problem solving, blah 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 blah. You could pop all of that in your personal skills. You could just put them right before your educational background comes in. But this is how it looks like. Now, for a plus, some people can add voluntary jobs that if it is relevant to the application, you can add your voluntary jobs if it is relevant to the application. Another thing you can add are your IT skills. Can you use Microsoft? Can you use Adobe Reader? Because they are not like relevant and the core of everything, but they are more like side attractions. Another thing you should pop in is now, the next thing I'm going to advise no references. I'd advise that you should not just add character references, you should add your academic references. Those people, maybe your lecturers, the dean, or just your supervisor.